Today has been a day.
It's been a
day.
It's been a while.
I'm gonna let y'all know, like, the special guest is not for the week. We gotta. It's not for the week.
It's interesting. It's an acquired taste, I'll say.
Yeah. But it's cool.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
Yeah.
You know, especially when you like used to doing your own thing.
I think that's what it is. We're used to like our own set juge.
Yeah, like the vibes.
Yeah.
Well, this episode is called. This one is for the fellas.
Yes, and just because we're ladies doesn't mean like we don't really know.
We be listening to y'all. We be seeing what's the
talk like you talk to like unpopular opinions, I guess.
Yeah. I can say yeah.
Yeah. So same. Like I talked to like a couple men and like they'll give their fair share of like opinions.
Yeah, because we recently asked, you know, like what are some things that you guys want to hear on the podcast, and we got some feedback.
And majority of it was
from men. So here we go.
And I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so I'll start with the first one. What type of men do you wish would leave us alone?
Broke.
Oh.
Okay,
I wouldn't expect it. Broke men
or unconfident, and I'll say like you can't go approach a woman like, you know, if you're at a bar, say like, hey, you're interested in a young lady, you can't go approach her and you unconfident, like you have zero confidence,
like shy maybe.
I'm not saying shy because some shyness is cute, but like zero confidence. Or like, okay, no conversation. I'm like asking you, hey, not, you know, just trying to make up something. You like, yeah. Oh, the fuck? Like, you gotta have, you know, conversation.
I wish the unavailable men would leave us alone. And when I say unavailable, I mean that in every sense of the word. Emotionally, physically, like you have somebody like, I don't want no parts of that. I don't want any parts of that.
They'll probably be the main ones too.
It do. It really do. Like if you're not like actively seeking, wanting to be in a relationship or see where things go, do not bother me.
Leave.
Buy me a drink and keep it moving.
Would you accept if somebody... Okay, good question. Good side question. If somebody bought you a drink.
Okay.
And they like sent it from like, so-and-so sent this from over there in the bar. Would you have to know who they are? Like you want to go say hi, thank you? Or would you be able to accept it and just be like, oh, I got a drink?
I would accept it. And I might send a drink back depending on what they look like.
How would you know what they look like? Like you got to be interested.
I mean, obviously we're sitting across the room in the bar. Like I'm going to see you. Normally I would expect, okay, so you know I'm a big movie guru. So I'm going to expect a man to be like, you know.
I do not know a man is gonna do that. What man about to do that?
I don't know, but that's just what I expect. Like, cheers. Like, you know what I mean? If he don't, then, oh well, I'll just never know who got it.
I'll never know.
But if he did and he was like good looking, then I'd be like, you know what? I might send a drink back. I'm gonna walk over
that's
there.
Cute. That's cute to send a drink back.
Yeah. Like I'm not too shy.
The next question just a lot. Like I don't even want to ask it.
Okay, I'll ask it.
I don't know.
When is enough?
I don't know.
Wait, I haven't even finished, bro. When is enough?
I don't know.
And that's in like all aspects. Like when is enough?
I don't know.
Let me tell y'all something. Enough is enough when you just like get to the point where like someone
irritates you.
Like the sound of their name or their presence or like whatever. Like you just be like, literally, it would just be so simple. Like, like you want to talk about it? Why him? Why them? Like,
yeah. Okay.
I feel like it's different for several different people, but I feel like once they get you to a certain specific point, that's when you had enough. Like when nothing.
When they drag you to a point of being just like emotionally.
You can't say not one good thing about them.
Yeah.
That's when enough.
Okay.
Or like you get frustrated. Nothing positive comes out of their presence, their name. Like I feel like that's when you've reached your ultimate disgust with somebody, honestly.
So how do you know when it's time to move on from a current relationship, physically and emotionally?
Oof, okay. We gotta take it in two parts.
Okay, physically.
Physically, I'm assuming means sex.
Yeah, like are you not satisfied anymore? Like, how do you know when it's time to move on? Like, do you just keep being unsatisfied? Do you keep being...
Okay, as a woman, I feel like... Okay, as a woman, I feel like essentially we always like kind of realize the disconnect.
Like you and your partner are disconnected before the partner realizes it?
Yes. We always realize like there's a disconnect going on from
But do you try to fix it or do you try to like just move on?
So that's the like catch because it's like I feel like for physically especially like you'll be in the moment and you'll be like, I don't really like this. But it's like, how do you go about like telling somebody
that's tough.
You don't really like that. You know what I mean?
Like stop? Like what do you do?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it all depends on your partner.
Tough for women. I think a lot of men may not realize that it's tough for women to kind of figure out that. Yeah. Because it's like you kind of just keep going and like maybe never spin the block or...
I feel like men get real complacent and like the things that they be doing in the bedroom. Like... It's the same old shit, the same old positions, the same old shit. Like, can you at least flip me over?
Not can you at least...
That's what I be thinking. Put some music on, like, do something different. Like,
can you at least flip me over?
I do feel like that, like, there should be like a...
Okay, what about emotionally?
I feel like that's even harder.
That's hard.
That's harder than the physical part.
Especially when you're attached, you're content. Like you can look past a lot of stuff that you don't realize you're looking past.
Absolutely.
Like
absolutely, 100%.
Until I'm not gonna say until somebody else brings it to your attention, but until like you sit down and think about it, or somebody else brings it to your attention.
It's definitely, and 9 times out of 10, it's definitely until somebody else brings it to your attention because you're not looking at it like that. I think emotionally it might be like the most difficult part than like the physical. Yeah,
it's a lot of other, and it's feelings involved too. Like damn,
exactly. Like why do you get me and nobody else does? You know what I mean? I know. I've been there. I know. I've been there. I know. But I feel like the emotional part leads to like the physical part. You know what I mean? You okay?
Almost died. Yes. Yes, because if you're emotionally into it, then that makes you physically into it, and then sometimes it's like if it's a lack on one of the ends, you won't even be thinking about what you're supposed to be thinking about physically.
Exactly.
You're thinking about something totally different.
Exactly. Exactly. It's tough. Like I feel like men, especially, like. They tend to overlook those parts because they're not in tune, like emotionally. Yeah. And they just automatically assume like everything has to be,
this has
physical.
Worked in the past. They're like, oh, the bitches go crazy when I do this, and it's just like,
like I always say, like I want a nigga's soul. Like I want what a bitch.
You trying to snatch your soul?
Yes, I want something that like somebody else ain't never had before. Like another woman
can't snatch your soul like I can.
No, like I want somebody like you ain't never told nobody that before. Literally, like
that's intimacy.
That's what I want. Okay. Like I don't care that you can fuck every girl 5 ways a Sunday. Tell me something that don't nobody else know. Okay.
And that'll make you just like that'll kind of turn you on better than just
because that means you feel vulnerable at some point in time.
Oh yeah, vulnerability is big. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to ask this question.
You don't?
Not this one.
Oh.
Does it take you longer to detach physically or emotionally?
Emotionally, 100%.
Oh yeah, like my good saying.
100%.
You're dead to me.
100%. It takes more time to detach emotionally for the simple fact, oh man, them emotional ties, it's tough. So like
you in it for the long run. That's y'all.
Okay, so let's say like a family member or something has passed. Something traumatic has happened. Mm-hmm. And you can't open up to like the person you really truly want to because they're not going to be understanding.
Right.
But you can open up to a complete stranger or a friend or whoever.
I think the complete stranger is like the deal breaker. Like,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of all people.
So now you're stuck in it because you have that emotional tie to them, right?
Yeah.
How do you break that? Because now you want to confess all your deepest, darkest sins to them. Because you trust them.
But do you? Or are you just saying shit?
No! Okay, perfect example. Okay, let's just say I'm a man.
Hello, sir.
Let's just say you confide in me like a secret don't nobody know. Mm-hmm. I keep that secret. Mm-hmm. I check up on you. Hey, how you feeling? How you doing? How's your mental? Whatever. Mm-hmm. Nobody else in your circle
does that. Yeah.
That's a tie. Like we have a tie.
Yeah, it is a tie.
It's a connection.
Because it's a lag that you're getting from other people.
So how you gonna cut that off? Tell me. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Because now anytime something detrimental comes, who you gonna run to?
You feel like you want to run to that, like that's your confidant.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's just what I'm saying. The physical part, I'm not big on physical. Honestly, y'all, I could fuck anybody and like go on about my day and like not give a fuck. Real shit. Like I don't care. Like sex is just sex. I don't care. But the emotional part is what gets me. Oh. I'm just saying, that's my point of view. It don't have to be your point of view, it's mine.
That's what I think.
What do you think, though? Like, emotional or physical?
I don't think of physical as 100% sex, so it's like just even seeing you, talking to you, cut that off quick. I don't care.
Okay, let me ask you this. Have you ever, like, had a... Okay, so you see how like I'm smiling or whatever? Mm-hmm. Like it's because like I have a person in my mind. There's like a fly. There is a fly. Okay, do you ever like have like a certain somebody in your head that like just pops up and you think of like certain things and like?
Because everybody dead to me, so I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. They all dead.
Okay.
Everybody dead to me.
We're just going to move on, though, because I'm the opposite. Like, there'll be, like, certain things that happen, and I just start, like, smiling or laughing, because I'll be like, like, I remember when I was here with this person, or, like, this happened.
Oh, girl, no, everybody dead. I don't remember
it. Okay, DOA. Who?
Like I said,
I didn't post. Did you like that? I didn't type that.
I probably did. Maybe been drunk.
Okay, whatever. Let's go. Will you always love your ex or your first?
Dead to me.
Is your first or your ex
both.
The same person?
Everybody.
Okay.
No, I don't. I detach quickly, and like emotionally, I can deal with emotions on my own. As far as like in my head, or like, oh, you think about something, you like, damn, that took me down that day, or like whatever.
Yeah.
But like physically hearing from me, no, never. I can make it stop.
Okay, so it's two answered because obviously my ex is not my first. My first, I don't even know what the fuck he's doing, where he at. I think he's married, if I'm
dead to me.
Being honest. He was cool, but it was just that. Right. He was cool. My ex, yeah.
There you have it. That's next question.
It's not, no, hey. So my thing with that is like, I don't ever like want to write somebody off because at one point in time, like you share like these memories, these moments, like it's how I met like some of the closest people I had at one point in time. So it's not like any like malice or anything towards them, but it's also like no love.
It's not malice, but I detach quickly. Like to say, like I can, if I get it in my head, you done fucked me over. Mm-hmm. You're not okay for me. I gotta stop.
Yeah.
We good.
Okay. So if you like saw them on the street,
y'all know the answer to that. I tell y'all that all the time.
She's ignoring them.
Don't know you.
And see, I don't know if I would. I think it would depend on the person.
Don't honestly. Look over here. I don't care who it is.
It would depend on the person.
I don't know you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm not.
Keep that, because I'm all about keep like that same energy. I'm like a keep that same energy type person. Like.
But what if y'all didn't end on bad terms?
We ended.
Okay, so
the energy is done.
But y'all might have ended, but no one said that y'all had to end on bad terms to the point.
I'm not friends with none of my exes, so it's like
you don't have to be friends to speak. So if the shoe was on the other foot and you was on fire,
I don't want them to speak that.
But you wouldn't want them to save you,
baby. I'm a God, please. Oh.
Okay, well, we see where she's at with
yeah.
Okay, how many times are you spinning the block? Well, obviously none. Like you've made that very apparent.
If we done.
Or are you? Ooh, you spinning the block. Is there a specific person or persons?
There's nobody I'm gonna spin the block for. I'm not. I have never had to spin the block. I don't know. Like I don't know what that looks like. I don't know. Would you? I don't know. I've never spent the block. Like you probably, like in college or something, you have times where you're like, damn, I'm bored. I mean, would you? I probably would have. In my head, I'm probably like, I'm not messing with this man no more. Let me text him.
What?
In college, I probably was on there. Now, I mean, I'm spinning the block, going to the next room. I don't know. What you doing? You still mad? Are you upset?
Okay, so in the past, I've definitely spent the block.
Oh, you got spin the block? What they gotta do to make you not spin the block? Like, what's a not spin?
The crazy part is I can't even tell you.
Nothing. Oh,
I just spent the block. I just spent the block on a nigga who had a. I'm
gonna slide into the next one. Do you think men spin the block more than women?
Absolutely.
Niggas be lying, but y'all spin the block more than women.
First of all, y'all be lying thinking like we don't know the answer. And that'd be the gag. Like, y'all really don't think that we know about y'all? We stalk y'all. Like, we know y'all's whereabouts. We know what y'all be up to.
Why would you say that?
Because it's the truth. It's the truth.
Tell lies on here.
Men 100% like circle the block and they try to do it in secret.
They spin the block and honk the horn. They don't care.
And wait outside.
Men are disrespectful. They spin the block, honk the horn, and be like, "What's good? What you doing?"
I'm coming outside and opening the gate and telling you to park.
Get the car seat. Put it in the bed.
No, not the car seat, bro.
That's the next question. Is about the car seat.
No, is it?
It's about it.
No.
Once you have a baby with somebody, are you emotionally connected to that person for life? You're not gonna. You may not be physically connected, but you are emotionally connected. Like, I don't care what your baby mama or baby daddy does, it's gonna affect you. You cannot, like, okay, for instance, my baby mama got another, like, pregnant. If you had to tell somebody that, it's affecting you.
Okay, I agree with that.
If you have a top, like, it's not a bad tie all the time, but it does. You are emotionally connected to somebody. That's a big deal.
I do agree with that. I do agree because like the whole even like aspect of it, like getting pregnant, whatever.
Right, it's a big deal.
Like all that is like emotion, and like you have so much like tied in with this individual to even the point where like you allowed yourself to like get pregnant by somebody, like it's emotional.
Yeah, it's a big deal. So you can't say or sit here and say like what they do doesn't affect you. And I'm not like you want it to affect you, but it's like it does.
It does.
Like let's say like 2%. It's not a big percentage of affecting your life, but it's just like you think about it and you're like, damn, okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then depending on how like the situation like ultimately like ends up, like that has like a big falling out within like itself too. So like I think regardless of the situation, like there's definitely like an emotional tie to that regardless of the situation. So yes, I will agree with that. It's definitely an emotional connection.
Okay.
Why do you think is it okay for a man to have sex with 2 women but not okay for a woman to have sex with 2 men?
Double standard. Men that have sex with whoever they want to are not considered hoes. But if a woman has sex with more than one man, it's a hoe. She's a hoe. It's a hoe. It's a double standard.
I agree.
Women should be able to do whatever they want to do as long as a man's doing whatever he wants to do.
Now, okay, a side question from that. Who judges harder, men or women?
Men, because when men get their feelings hurt, oh, that's a hoe for real. That bitch a hoe. Because, and I will say this, women are more, what word am I looking for? Like, they plan out what they're going to do. So it's not like, 100%. It's not like I'm just messing around.
But I also feel like, okay, so like with men, like, okay, and I'm just throwing out a scenario. Let's just say like, a woman was fucking with you and then she started fucking with your friend.
Exactly.
Let me tell y'all something.
Exactly.
You, as a man, you need to blame your friend as much as you blame the bitch.
Exactly.
Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, men don't necessarily fault both parties. Like, they quick to be like, oh, you a hoe, blah, blah, blah. But you ain't looking at your friend at the end of the day.
Because your friend probably been ironed since y'all was together.
That's all I'm saying.
But that's your friend.
That's your friend.
That's your friend.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but like I say, a woman, I will say what's fucked up, a woman will go after a man's, like, let's just say, like, okay, you calling her a hoe or something. I'm going to show you a hoe.
Yeah.
Your friend.
Oh.
Your family member. Your father. There's people out here like that.
That's true. That's very much true.
They'll be, like, strategic. That's what I'm looking for, strategic on what they'll do.
Do you allow your friends to talk bad about your partner?
You just leave me alone. No. It's like, you can have conversations like, oh, am I wrong? Blah, blah, blah. But it's just like.
Okay, depending on the situation.
Yeah. We ain't just out here just like, yo, nigga ain't shit.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not out here just like dragging Chris because it's like a Tuesday.
Yeah, like.
And he won't let her go to Taco Tuesday. Like, I'm not doing all that. Well, maybe, because if we have already planned Sunday and he decided to randomly take off work, then maybe I might have an issue.
Running away.
No, because I just feel like, okay, so with that, like, dilemma, like, you're only, like, you're my friend, so of course you're going to have
bias. It's bias, and, that person's going to be, like, on your side versus their side, but it's also your friend. But I just feel like, sometimes you can't. You gotta just watch what you tell people, because a lot of the times, like, that person will say, like, that's a characteristic trait, like, oh, I don't like that person based off of what argument y'all had.
And that's how your friend end up in the bed with your bed.
I was gonna go totally different. I was gonna say that's how they don't like them, because you then forgave this man for something else. But
no, I watch enough Tubi movies to know, like, that's how your friend end up in the bed with your man. Because they like, oh, she don't do this. But
well, you did say, no. Okay.
Exactly.
Do you care how your partner dresses, and would you address it?
Absolutely.
What you mean?
You not about to be out here embarrassing me.
Okay, but what if he come back and be like,
come back and
bitch, that dress too short. Not bitch, but your dress too short.
Okay, so
that's too low cut.
In college, I used to get the underwear check. I don't know if you got that.
No.
But basically, before I went out, I used to get checked to see if I had underwear on. Which, I mean, back then I did have underwear on. Now I don't, but now I do. Well, now I don't, but back then I did. But the fucked up part about me was I actually enjoyed it.
I don't want to talk about it no more.
Because I was like, oh, he cares.
No! That is toxic.
Yeah, I know.
Because why are you checking? Because either way, whatever I'm gonna do, I could take the underwear off. I could put what?
Well, back then I was like young. I didn't really.
You thought that was cute? Okay.
I did. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh my god.
I'm saying now. I'm not gonna say sometimes I don't be caring about I don't feel like I wear just outrageous shit. Go change. I'm trying, baby. Am I matching? Can you help me? In my head, I thought this was cute, and it might not be. That's where I'm at. I'm I don't need all that other shit. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out is this cute?
We're definitely dressing for comfortability.
Am I eating the girls up?
Do I want to be a boy or a girl?
Right. First of all, do I want to be a boy or a girl? If I'm a boy,
that'd be the hardest part.
Do my shoes go with this? That's my biggest thing. I don't care. We ain't doing the other stuff.
I mean, they shouldn't have any say so in what I go out. I also like a man who be like, oh babe, you look I also be like a man babe, you look good tonight. I'm
not gonna say they shouldn't have any say so about it because I do feel like it's hard. It's a very hard and a very fine line.
But as a woman, if you're in a relationship, you should know how to dress appropriately.
You should know how to dress appropriately, but sometimes it's women get carried away and it's it can look like you're not respecting yourself. And I'm not saying to me, it never has anything to do with a man.
No,
it's you're not respecting yourself because some shit people have on. I'd be like, okay,
But then you got to think about it. How did you meet me? You ain't meet me in a full bust down dress. You met me probably in some hoochie ass shit. So now you're expecting me as a man to change all that because I.
But what if you should you? Okay. Good question. That may have been in 2020. It's 3 years later. You shouldn't be dressing like a hoe still, bitch. Are you gonna evolve at one point or what? You gonna be a hoe for life?
I don't know. That's between you. That has everything to do with y'all's relationship.
No, with you as a person.
Because if you hyping me up, bro, you can't come to me no. You can't come to me randomly on some shit oh, that's what you're wearing.
I'm not saying it has nothing to do with the man. I'm saying if he met you in 2020 dressing in a club as a hoe and some hoochie stuff, to me, what you're addressing in this 2020 should not be what you're addressing in 2023.
Why not?
Because as a woman, you should evolve. You cannot be a hoe forever. And I'm not saying you need to, it's nothing wrong. If you're a hoe, you're a hoe. But you need to evolve in some aspects. And I feel sometimes it's time to put some clothes on.
I mean, I do agree in that sense, but I'm also trying to be realistic as far as where the times are at with fashion. Social media.
You don't have to fall into it. For instance, I could say, the no bra trend. I put a bra on every day. I'm not a no bra bitch, but you are. And I'm that's what we differ. I'm not, that's just not me.
Yeah, I'll be quick to anything I can wear
I'm not a no bra bitch, and that's I've never.
But I'm also a no bra bitch because I get plenty of compliments on my titties.
Next question, bro. It's not. Does body count matter?
And no. The only person it matters to is to my pussy.
Next question. Do you have a curfew in your relationship? This isn't going well.
Ouch, my mouth. What happened? What was the question? I'm sorry. A curfew in a relationship? Okay. This is a great question. So when I was in a relationship in college, yes. Curfew mattered. I think actually it matters now. Do not bring your ass home comfortably past 2.
No. And I'm not saying no because that's something I do, but no, it's we're not children. And as long as I have talked to you or figured out where you at, or not even figure it out, but like if you hit me like, hey, I'm going ABC, cool. I'm not looking for you. I don't know you. And if you left the house at 9 and I ain't heard from you since then, it's like, okay, where the fuck you at? Do I have to get in my car and go find you?
So stipulations matter.
It's not stipulation. Communication matters.
Okay, communication.
I don't care where you at. And to be honest, I don't care what time you come home because I'm gonna be asleep anyway. I just need to understand, like, now, okay, again, if it's 9 o'clock, you left at 9. Let's even say you text at 11. We going to a different spot.
Yeah.
If I wake up out my sleep and it's 3 a.m. and I don't have no calls, no texts, or nothing, that's what pissed me off. I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Okay, so it's the communication.
But if I wake up and it's like, okay, you're not home, but you're like, hey, went to ABC, went to after hours, I'm not tripping.
Okay, I would let that slide, but like, I would still have an issue as to like why you would be coming home past a certain amount of time. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you out?
Yeah, I mean, also being, I guess, not being in that lifestyle, but being in a lifestyle, like, club closed at 2.
Yeah, like, where you go after that?
Dice games, whatever, because I shoot dice too.
But, like, dice said, like...
But still, I'm just saying, like, that, to me, personally, it does not bother me. As long as I understand and know where you are, because you can say, like, hey, went to this. But I would say, now, if it's a constant, like, every Friday or every Saturday you're out and you're never coming home, that's a different situation from you going out every 4 weekends, or, like, you're not out that often. That's different to me. But I'm also just not and it's not because I don't want nobody checking me. It's just like, I don't... Yeah, like, but if you, cause, and then too, now if you done been gone since 7 and you don't come back until 5 in the morning, the fuck was you doing? If you don't leave the house till 10, 11, I'm not expecting you to be out for 3 hours and be like, oh yeah, I'm back. I'm setting myself up for an unrealistic situation. And it's not because... Even just in knowing your partner, knowing what they do, if you got a talker on your hands and you know, like, y'all sitting outside, I'm not about to stress myself out behind. No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I'm in a bed.
Okay.
Sleep.
Okay, well, how do you break the barrier of independent women unable to submit?
You gotta have a conversation.
I think the unable to submit part is kind of tricky because...
Am I submitting to the right person?
Yeah. For the right man, I'll submit.
What are you showing me that I don't need to be independent anymore? Like, okay, if you see, like, I'm trying to pay all the bills, I'm trying to, like, clean all the cars, put gas and everything. Like, if you are able to say, okay, I'm paying ABC this, you do this, I got this. Okay.
Yeah, but it's also more than like financial. Like, I need to know, like,
initiative.
Yes, emotionally, like, I can trust you with, like, my feelings, my heart. Like, I need to be able to know, like, you got me on all aspects. Like, you
right, and it's not like a lack.
And I'll give you whatever you ask of me.
The first time you slip up, it's just like in my head, I'm just like, damn, I could have did.
Yeah,
I did it.
Exactly.
You asked me to do it.
The moment that you show me that, like, I can do it by myself.
But you have to communicate, because if it's something that I'm better at, or it's something that you may not feel like that's your strong suit,
or you just ain't got it.
Communicate, and I could do that part, you could do this part.
Yeah.
And then being able to submit.
If you're busy and you're like, hey babe, like, I can't do this. Do you mind?
Right, or just taking enough time and don't let it like be it's past due or something, or like just it's the day of. Yeah, like it just takes active communication. Yeah, using your big boy words. Making sure you say what you need.
I think, because I honestly feel like women want that. Women like want to ultimately be able to like submit to like their person, like their husband,
right?
Whatever that looks like.
Heavy but it's is the head so that wears
hard.
The crown.
Yes,
it's a lot to do with everything,
and especially
everything.
Like women who like grown up and are older and like have never had to be submissive. Like they're used to being independent and taking care of their own household. That breaking down that barrier alone is a lot.
But also, even in that same aspect, you can't have a man do everything either. Like, and I'm saying as far as submitting, like you submit, but that does not mean like the man 100% does everything
or has control. Yeah.
Like, and it's not even about a control thing, but it's like heavy is the head that wears the crown. Like, you cannot have a man doing everything and not expect him to be tired or just worn out.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta take some control too. And I'm not, like, not even control, but take some of the stuff off of your man. Like,
yeah. I agree with that. Men surprising their feelings.
Okay, elaborate. What does that mean?
I don't know. I didn't write
She
that one.
wrote
You did.
that.
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't write that. I'm assuming it means like men who like are actually like in tune with their feelings. Like, is that?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. So like personally, I can't really account for men who have been like in tune with their feelings. They tend to like bury it or not deal with their feelings. And it doesn't really show up in like the best positive
I just
ways.
feel like you need the right, like, you gotta learn how to articulate what you mean and what you feel, because I know people that can get frustrated and be like, forget it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how to say what you feel.
Yeah.
Or it's like this, saying what you feel and not, it takes a lot, because it's like either you feel like it's like you about to get judged, so you don't want to say nothing, or you just don't want to bring it up because the response not gonna be what you want. It's a lot of factors.
I will say this, like, men also have to be in like a comfortable enough space to want to be open.
Yeah.
And vulnerable. And I feel like us as women might not always give them the chance or the opportunity to have that safe space, because let's just say like a man confides in you something very personal, and then the first second y'all start arguing,
you bring
that's
it
the
up.
first thing that
I hate people like that.
You know, like that's the first thing you run into. Well, oh, that's why your daddy ain't love you. Oh, okay. Well,
I would kill you.
And so, like,
I would kill you. You would have to go.
But that, like, legit happens. And I feel like...
Oh, you would have to go.
Us as women have to have, like, a safe space for them. Like, we have to be like, what's going on? And actively, like, being...
That's why your daddy didn't love you. You would have to go. Like, you would have to legitimately exit.
I feel like we have to have, like, a place for them to be open and honest, and like we have to accept it. That's all I'm saying.
Whoa.
I'm so salty we don't get to see Drake tonight. Like, I'm so salty.
In my feelings.
Okay, well,
you wrote the next question, so you talk about this.
Okay, so the next question is like unhealed men. Like,
you are very big on men healing themselves before they come to you.
Well, I just feel, not even coming to me,
like
just like in general,
having certain opinions on things or this and that. And I mean, I understand it, but I just feel like a lot of people aren't there in their life, especially a lot of men, where they can accept hearing about themselves from other people.
Why not?
And that, but okay, just because you are doesn't mean that somebody else is in their life.
But those men are also typically the ones prone to tell everybody about themselves.
Understood. And I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm just saying a lot of people aren't, because you know you do have to have a strength to hear about yourself and hear advice from a therapist.
100%.
And a lot of men just aren't there yet. And I mean, it's not like their word, doesn't matter, whatever. But a lot of people just aren't there yet. I feel like a lot of men aren't there yet.
Okay, so with that being said, if they're not there yet, do you feel like they should demand the things that they ask in a relationship, like being like the leader, the provider, like you want them wanting you to be submissive? If they're not there yet, like, do they have the right to ask
but
you
it's
that?
just like yes and no, because it's like it's at a point like. At this point, do you feel like everybody in this world needs therapy? Like 100% everybody needs therapy? Or like,
yes.
Do you, and you can feel that way, but somebody else might not feel that way. So it's just like, it's a chance they're not going to go.
That is true.
And it's just like, you can fight with that person about that battle, but they're still going to go out demanding to whomever is going to listen to whatever they want.
That is true.
So it's like, in your household specifically, you have to feel like, okay, why do you want this? And I mean, like, for instance, you kind of know what's happening with your partner.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you're asking, like, why do you specifically want this? You know it's either from a background situation or just, like, something you want. And then you can kind of deep dive into it and figure out, like, okay, that's a little weird. But, or it's just like, okay, it makes sense. But I feel like we be wanting things for people that's not going to happen.
So what do you do in those situations then? Like, are you just
I have no answer for you. I don't know. We want things like, for instance, I want my dad to go to therapy. That's never happening. And I'm not saying never, but 99% chance it's not happening. And he's okay with that. Like, he doesn't think he needs it. He thinks that he's gotten this far.
Yeah.
He's okay. Like, it's not like, and I mean, I personally have an opinion on certain situations or traumas. Like, I mean, I feel like you talk about that too. And it's like, maybe he feels like he's done his own healing somewhere else or this or that. And I may not know about it, but it's just like, I feel like we're going to always differ. Like, he's not going to go and do what I say. And I mean, who's to say what I'm saying is correct?
That's true.
But I just feel like it's going to always differ.
Okay.
And men are weird.
Men are definitely weird.
Y'all weird.
Like, so tough, but not tough, but tough. Okay, so this question comes because I was talking at work last week, and I was talking to this guy, and we were talking about a situation, and he was like, well, y'all are trying to change us. And I was like, I'm not trying to. I feel like men get so offended because they hear the word change.
Right.
And they automatically shut down and be like, oh, well, you can't change me, and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to change for anybody. But it's not so much changing as it is evolving. Like, as we get older, our mind changes.
But you shouldn't want, and I'm very big on, you shouldn't want to be in the same position, spot, mentally, physically, whatever that you were in a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Like, you should have goals, personal goals.
Yes.
And you should want to change. And it's not like somebody's trying to change you, but it's just like, okay, for instance, I overthink too much. Next year, here from now, I don't want to overthink as much. It's simple. It's like somebody could have told me about that and be like, you be tripping. And I could look at it like, they're trying to change me. But it's like, for real.
No,
you be tripping.
I 100% agree. Like, I think, like, and maybe it's how us as women might word it, but, like, it's not. I don't ever want to, like, change anybody because I don't want nobody to ever change me, but I do want to, like, essentially, like, evolve into, like, a different person.
It's growth.
A better
it's not
person.
Change.
Yeah, like,
it's
I want to be
change,
a better person.
Growth.
I want to be different from, like, how I am today than how I am tomorrow.
But you meet people in your life, like, that's the whole thing. You meet people in your life and you're supposed to evolve, like, you're supposed to change. You should only be dealing with people in your life that are positive for you.
Yeah.
And when you talk to these people, it's like they have a certain way of looking at things or doing things, and they're like, damn, I kind of want to be like that. And it's not a bad thing. Like, you.
Exactly. No, I get it 100. I
especially if somebody's older than you, it's just like they've lived a life, they have more wisdom, and sometimes it's just like, damn, like.
Yeah, but I feel like men here change, and it's like, oh no, like, why are you trying to change me? I ain't gonna change for nobody. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's not.
It'd be deeper than it.
It definitely do, and it has nothing to do with us. And I'll just be like, I'm not trying to change you, but like, why do you still want to be in tighty whities at 30? Like, you don't want to move to Bruce.
Why are you still going to the club and you 46?
Why are you still dressing in, like, Ed Hardy? It'd be like... it'd be little shit. Ooh, this is a good one. Another man complimenting your spouse.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all, I kind of like to think that I'm a man. But, like... If I'm out and be like, and someone would be like, ooh, you look beautiful, I'll be like,
what?
Thanks. Okay, anyways, I say that to say, like, I'm not upset about it. Like, I'm not instantly having an attitude if somebody complimented, like, my girl. I'm not mad at that. Because, yeah, my bitch a baddie. Don't touch her.
People take it too far sometimes. Like,
don't touch her.
Some people will take it too far and do too much, but
don't touch her.
I think a nice compliment is like, oh, you look nice today. Or like, oh, you have a nice smile or something like that. Like, just keep it simple and move on.
Don't touch her.
When people keep...
They didn't hear me the last couple times.
When people keep saying like, you know, going in, it's just like, okay, hello, what's going on?
I'm just saying, don't touch her. You can do anything else.
I look stupid 99% of the time, so it's just like,
just don't touch with your hands. That's all I'm saying. Just don't be inappropriate. That's all I'm saying.
But what you got to tell me? Looking like this.
I think it'd be the whispered in the ear that really like.
The fuck? Get the fuck away from me!
That's what I'm saying. Like, why are you so close?
No, I do not like being touched at all. Do not touch me. Do not come close to me.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Compliment. Do what you. And some people need compliments from outside people. That's great for you. I love that for you.
I love it.
Have a compliment,
I love your hair.
Don't be weird.
There's this lady at work. She always tells me that I have like really cute outfits on, and I'm like, oh my god, thank you.
Don't be weird.
Even though I repeat the same outfits every
And don't be weird. Okay.
Okay, last and final question.
Do you think that since you're not the one causing or bringing up issues in your relationship that you are not problematic?
No. No. Not at all.
So you would just... I disagree.
What do you mean?
Because if you think you're mellow, but you let shit slide, that's still considered problematic. Like, for instance, let's just go back to coming home late. It bothers you, but you don't say anything, and you just let this person keep coming in late. They could think it's okay, and that you're not bothered by it, right? But you go vent like, girl, he done came in late at 4 o'clock in the morning again. Like, you know, you're not saying anything, so you're still causing problems by being silent.
Okay. So what are you gonna do?
Just talk. Use your words. You can't be like, I don't want to bring them no problem. So it's just like, if the problem still exists, even if you don't say anything about it. Like, you can't just be like, it's gonna go away just because I'm not gonna bring it up.
Okay, so let's say this. I agree with that. Let's say, okay, you're with somebody, y'all break up, but you're not the reason for the breakup. Are you not problematic?
I probably had issues in a relationship. I won't deny that. But as far as the breakup,
what if they be like, well, she broke up with me because, or he broke up with me.
Let's run it back. We had issues. You did this,
but I'm not the one who broke up with you. You called it off, not me.
Yeah.
So
and
in my mind,
I can hold that, but it's just like, people can't act funny or be like, it was not me. It was their fault. Like when it's something to do with like a breakup, like you played a part in it too. What was you doing? Everything was okay, and they just randomly tomorrow said that.
They're the innocent bystander. Everybody, okay, so you know the saying, everybody's a villain in the story. Someone has to have the villain in the story.
Yeah. And I mean, the person that broke up, they broke up with me.
But just because you broke up with somebody doesn't mean like you're automatically the victim.
No. No. That person could have just been tired. I'm tired, boss. Tired. Shit.
Absolutely. And I also will say this, like, don't believe one story. Because they're only going to tell the story that makes them obviously, like,
but I feel like overall, men need to just figure out how to articulate and say what they're feeling. And when they say what they're feeling, like, accept what somebody says back.
That'd be the part. It's
accept what somebody says back, and it's not just for a man. It's for anybody. When you articulate how you're feeling in a situation, accept that the person is either gonna like it or not like it, and that's okay. How you move is the.
I think that is the key thing that they be struggling with, like the acceptance.
And I mean,
part.
It's for the men. Like, and again, you can't just, if it's something bothering about your lady, say it. You don't have to be disrespectful. Exactly. You don't have to be disrespectful and say like, bitch, look. Like what? What?
Bitch who?
Where?
Bitch who?
You know, have a conversation. How you talk to your mother.
I literally just came up with this question.
How you talk to your mother?
It'd be the respect for your mama versus the respect for your partner, and it's cool. That'd be mind-boggling.
I don't have problems with having respect for your mama, but have the same respect for me and just talk to me how you talk to me normal. Be a normal person. I think a relationship, sometimes people forget that they're normal people. Be a normal person. Just act normal.
They can't. Especially when you haven't been taught that. You know what I mean?
That's a different topic.
Because like when you've been taught a certain way to treat women,
that's a different topic.
And now here you are in a relationship, and it's like, oh,
you don't know.
That's what you're doing.
That's what you know.
But that's not okay.
It's not.
That'd be the disconnect.
Well, I'm trying to get a man a wrap up word of advice, but I have nothing. Act normal. Don't be weird.
My word of advice is honestly just like really like stop and think. Like men tend to like just react off impulse and like that emotion right in that moment. But I think y'all need to like stop and think and play everything out before y'all get y'all's thoughts together, so like y'all can have like an actual conversation. And
that's what I'm saying. Like communication is key, and it's not that's taboo. Not taboo, but that's like so common. Communication is key.
Yeah,
it's for real, and you don't have to be scared to communicate or say like. I think I've seen so many men feel like they don't know what to say, or like a woman is gonna shoot right back, and they're gonna get like it's too much on their feet. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do, and I'm like, just say it. Mm-hmm. You don't have to pre-plan a conversation of how you think it's gonna go.
Well, you'd be surprised about like how you come at somebody, how it like might throw them off. Because if you come at a woman,
if you talk to me and say, "Hey, I don't like this. I want to talk to you about
this. Made me feel this."
Set it up.
I'm gonna sit there and be like, "Damn, I didn't even know you like felt that kind of way." Like I'm gonna think versus like instantly react like, "Oh like, shit!" Like,
be like, "Hey, babe, what you doing? You know, you got time to talk?" Like, first of all, that's kind of like a.
There's like there's a gentle way to go about it, and don't think because you're going about it gently like you're weak or like you're not a man or like this, whatever the case is. Like
you're not weak for expressing your feelings.
If something is bothering you, you do not have to go 0 to 100. Like there is a way to go about shit to get the answers and communication effectively like you want it to be. It doesn't have to be aggressive.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be disrespectful. Like, if something's bothering you, hey, Jamil, you got time to chat today?
Yeah, like, I want to talk about this, I
want to talk about this video of you throwing ass at the club. I don't like it. Can you throw less ass and go to sushi? And come home respectfully.
Yes.
She might consider it. I'm not saying she gonna do it, but at least she might consider it. I'm okay with that.
I will just stand in the camera next time.
I'm sorry. I'm expecting I'm sorry, Daddy, you right. I'm gonna come home. That's what I
as say. Hey Daddy comes on Pandora. Okay. Thank you for listening. Today has been a day.
It has.
I'm so sleepy.
Me too. And I still have to drive home. And it's 7:00 and I still have to edit this video. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we will catch you guys next time.